everyone, welcome to the Inbox. It's your girl B.
It's your boy Sam G.
And we're here to tell you what your parents wouldn't, what your friends couldn't, and why you
shouldn't. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, what we got? The box is full. Let's go.
The box is full, okay. And question number 1. All right, what phrase or words could I say so everybody can stop calling me ugly?
Whoa.
Wow, that's deep.
Yo, that's crazy.
That goes into this, getting back to what we said last episode about self-love.
Yeah.
You know, people are going to say things. No matter what you do, people are going to say things to put another person down. Why? Because that's just the nature of some people. You know, you have to love yourself even more and say, okay, you say I'm this and that. You know, I don't receive it. I don't believe it. Don't let these things be in your heart. Like, stop it from getting to your heart, because once it's nestled in your heart, it's so difficult to get rid of because it's embedded in there. So you really have to protect your heart, protect yourself. If these words start coming at you, you stop it right there and say, you know what, that's not even me. You can say whatever you want to say, but that's not even me, because who are they to begin with? And a lot of people are like, but that's my mama that said it. But it's true. Like, it'll be the people closest to you that say the worst things. Like, girl, you're fat. Right. Be like, okay, yeah. I'm pretty hot and tempting.
I hear
that. Or, you know, you just have to stop it and be like, look, you know, big is in.
So that's great advice. And I'm giving you the answer. Right? Mm-hmm. She gave you advice. I'm giving you the answer. You tell them thank you. You tell them thank you. Why? Because you have just showed me you don't know what good taste is. And you walk off.
And they don't even know who you are.
Right. But you thank them for pointing out that they don't have good taste. Thank you for letting me know. You don't know what you.
And not everyone is beautiful to somebody else.
Absolutely.
Society has this like impossible gradation of beauty.
Correct.
That really doesn't even exist. You know, the most beautiful person in the world could not be attractive to somebody else.
Absolutely.
There are billions of people in this world. I mean, you know, you're bound not to be pretty to everybody.
You're right.
So accept yourself for who you are and just say, you know, you're unique. God made you unique for a reason. Not everyone's the same.
Absolutely.
You don't have to be robotic.
You're beautiful.
You're beautiful. You're
Sam
beautiful
G said it.
To me, to us.
To us, to me.
We think you're beautiful.
Sam G thinks you're gorgeous. Next.
All right. I don't like being myself around school. I don't have friends because everyone is fake. How can I make real friends so I won't be by myself? Let's see.
You know, when you talk about like friends and you talk about attaching yourself to other people, you know, it's difficult because you're aligning personalities with personalities and personalities, and patience. You know, the advice I have for you is patience. Your friends might not be now. Your friends might not be within that vicinity, but be patient. Your friends will come. Around this world, many people are thinking like you, many people are like you, but they just might not be in your vicinity.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So continue to be unique, and your uniqueness will attract other people who are similar to you. But be patient. Friendship doesn't have to happen your first year in school.
And don't rush it just to be cool. Just because the people that have all these friends want you to be a part of their clique, because that clique could be very toxic to you.
Correct.
Like drugs or girls that like to be with all these other guys. I mean, it's cute in the beginning because you're like, oh my gosh, I have all these friends. But then they're talking about behind your back, or they're getting you in trouble. It's just not worth it.
Yeah. Maintain yourself. Next.
How do I know if a girl likes me for who I am or for what I have?
Listen, the truth will be made known to you by her. Liars always slip up.
Yes.
They always slip up.
Yes.
So if she's there for you, or if she's there for what you have, a time will come when the truth will be revealed.
Yes.
Keep your eyes open, man.
Yes.
Don't be blinded by love.
Yes.
Keep your eyes open.
I keep on saying yes.
If you feel like there's something there, there's something there. That woman to intuition thing, man, we got it too, guys. But the only thing is,
some guys are blinded.
Ours is 100% accurate. Next.
I mean, I like to piggyback on that.
Okay, go ahead.
Because you're right. You know, the red flags are there from the beginning. Just don't be so enamored by the way they look. You know, some people are like, oh my gosh, she's fine. On paper, she's gorgeous. You know, so, and all the friends are like, oh yeah, she bad, you need to be with her, she's this, she's that. Let me tell you something. Follow your heart. Your heart will lead you where it needs to be. Don't follow your mind. Your mind can trick you.
All the time.
But your heart will know what's up.
Right.
All right. So, how do I get myself better when other people are just talking down to me? And you know what? Let's address this issue at home.
Yes.
Because a lot of parents, they like to talk down to their kids. They say, you know, you're stupid. Why didn't you do this? I can't believe you act just like your father. Or, you know, so how about we address stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like when it happens at home.
Right.
Because school, you get to leave school or whatever.
Right.
But when it's at home, it's a different story.
And it hits harder at home.
Yes.
Because, you know, here's somebody who you hope will give you sound, you know, information. And here they are just dropping all type of hateful words on top of you. So what do? Run away.
Don't run away.
I'm just joking.
I don't. A lot of these people are like, yes, I wanted him to see it.
I got my bag. I'm out. No, don't run away. Don't run away.
I knew I was supposed to do that.
Don't run away.
No.
Parents, listen. Show this to your parents. Parents, we as a society,
Yes.
I have to understand that our kids go through as much as we go through
They
as
do.
adults. And they're even going through more because they have so much more reach for information. They have so much more outlets for information. They're battling social media. They're battling school. They're being bullied on cyberbullying.
Yes.
There's so many other things that they're dealing with that we, in my generation, not you because you're 24, but me and my generation had to deal with, that didn't have to deal with, that they're dealing with now. So as parents, we have to be cognizant of that. We have to understand that, listen, they're going through stuff and I have to be the better person, and I can't give them what the world is giving them, because now we're separating them, and that's where the suicide thoughts come in. That's where I have no one to turn to. I have no one to love me. I have no one who wants me. So we as parents, we as adults, we as individuals in life, anytime somebody comes to us and it seems like they're being bullied and being pressured all around the world by their whole 360 degree of life, we have to be that voice of reason. Somebody has to be that voice of reason. And you know what? I'm sorry, but it doesn't have to be a parent.
Yes.
But all you who are listening, you know somebody who's going through. Be that voice of reason and that voice of joy for that person. Everyone needs a voice of joy. And that could be you. It doesn't have to be family members. It doesn't have to be friends. It can be just you. You know? I walk around and I smile and I say hi to a lot of people, especially the ones who I feel like people never say hi to.
Yeah. You never know. You never know what someone's going through. Even today I was talking to a young lady and she was like, I wish I could just die.
Wow.
And that's deep.
Yeah.
You know, for a beautiful girl to say. And that's because they feel like they have no voice.
Right.
Young kids are very vulnerable. They're still sponges like babies. So when they go through something, the adults are like, you know what, I'm going through this problem, and my kid, you know, they'll have to understand. But the kids absorb the problem as well.
Right.
So they're feeling twice as much because now they're worried for their parent, but they can't do anything about it. I have so many kids who say, you know what, my parents are getting evicted. I don't know what to do. The kids, they're helpless. Right. They can't get a job. They can't do anything. So they see mommy and daddy crying. They see mommy and daddy getting a divorce. They hear the cheating. They witness depression. They witness all these things, and then they have to become strong. But who's strong for these kids? And that's why it goes back to, you know what you said before in a few episodes.
Yes.
What I do, my go-to is prayer. That is my go-to, because I need something higher than me to be able to maneuver through this crazy world we call my life.
We got to pray. Pray. We got to pray. Pray.
We got to pray just to make it today.
We pray. Pray. You gotta pray. Absolutely, man. I'm definitely believer in that. And you don't have to know how to pray. It's a conversation with God. Say, God, if you're real, rescue me. And you really mean it, because all God looks for is an authentic heart. If you're authentic in your cry out, you're authentic in your voice that you really need help, he'll send you a helper. He'll be your helper, man. God is real. Listen, I'm coming right from Jerusalem to tell you God is real. I've seen what people talk about, man. It's beautiful. If you ever doubt it, get your money up, go to Jerusalem, and then come back and we can have a dialogue about that. But yes, God is definitely real. Pray to him and he'll answer. Yeah, for sure. It did
with me.
Next.
All right, so we have another one. Oh, how do you overcome sexual harassment, rape? Number one, it's a healing process.
Definitely.
A lot of people that are raped, they're assaulted by people that they know, that they're comfortable with, that they let their guard down. It happens with relatives. It happens at home. And unfortunately, the pain from sexual assault, the pain from rape can carry on 5, 10, 15, 20 years. It could carry on into adulthood. And when it carries on to adulthood, it becomes this wound that just never closes. And it affects your relationships. It affects your trust with the opposite sex. Some people have so many trust issues that they just don't even date. You know, it affects their self-esteem. So it's something that you really need to speak to a professional about. You really need to seek counseling for it, especially if it happens right away. But unfortunately, a lot of people that are sexually assaulted or raped, they're silent.
Right.
And then the cycle happens to somebody else.
Right.
And it happens to someone else. And I always tell people, you're not the first and you're not the last.
Right.
So you have to decide at that point whether or not you're going to say something. A lot of people say, well, I don't want to say anything because it's my uncle or it's my cousin or it's this. And unfortunately with men, they're the most silent.
Right.
Because now they're thinking, well, this is a family member. I'm a boy. He's a boy.
Right.
What is going on? And it confuses them. So you really have to take the courage to say something because it's a lot of healing that has to go on. And the healing does not happen overnight.
Yeah.
You know, even with prayer, you know, you could be healed right away, but it's these thoughts that keep on coming. So it's a continuous healing to the moment that it just stops.
Right.
And it will haunt you. You have to get help, period. You don't have to speak up.
Speak up. Definitely don't let this haunt you for life. Speak up. Tell somebody. And
we will have numbers on the bottom where it says, show me more, where you could call and speak to someone. But you have to tell someone. You have to tell someone that you trust enough to help you in this situation. Because if you keep silent, you're only hurting yourself. And that's the last thing that you want to do.
Correct.
Is hurt yourself. And the last thing you want to do is put another person in your same situation because that person has a sickness. Yeah. It's not anything you wore something sexy or this and that. No. The person has a deep-rooted sickness. And there are a lot of people that have that sickness. So you need to stop it.
Well, the moral of today, communicate, speak up, and pray. Even prayer is a form of communication.
It is.
Remember, click, like, subscribe, share. All down there. Never would have made it.
That's so true. Never could have made it
without